next question, Frank will be giving the good advice. Manu will be giving some bad advice, and I will be giving you that really outside of the box ugly advice. All right? Just make sure we get everything. I keep on saying that. All right. Next question. Dear results will vary. I'm looking to quit my job, but I don't want to ruffle any feathers. What's the best way to make an exit?
Hmm.
All right. This person likes their employees, they like their job, but
Okay.
they're just wanting to move on.
Hmm.
So, what's a
So,
what's a good way we can just kind of get
I
back?
mean, I'm curious. Did he say he has a job or is he looking for a
He
job?
has a job. He
He
has a
has.
job. He's learning or looking to quit his job.
Okay, but
So,
does he have another job lined up or what's he gonna do?
let's say he does. He
Okay.
has another job lined up. He's
Hmm.
wanting to he still likes the people. He's just moving on.
Yeah.
What's a way to
Well, first of
uh
all, that's smart of him. Have
okay.
another job lined up. I mean, yeah, I mean, if he has a good relationship, if he wants to, well, he already got a job, but if he wants to still use his, boss or coworkers as reference points or keep them,
Yeah. He
in
wants a
his
good reference
network.
points and the
Yeah,
like.
so I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing, knows about, sending the 2 weeks, notice, giving them a little bit of, no, not even a little bit, being pretty much transparent, maybe. I mean, if some of the
That's what
reasons
I would say as
you're
well.
quitting
Yeah.
are you don't agree with some of the structures, some of your boss or whatever, I feel like that would be appropriate, to
Hmm.
kind of, let them know that in your exit interview. If you feel like you'll get like very heated or angry, if you feel like, you do have that tension,
Okay.
or animosity with them. So that's why you don't want to, ruffle feathers because you feel like that could be an outcome, then yeah, maybe writing a letter, maybe, yeah, have
Just
it very formal.
giving heads up, giving like
Yeah, just
transparency of
very
like, hey,
minimal
I
when it
do
comes
want
to,
I am
the
leaving. I am
details.
going to be doing
Yeah,
it.
I don't feel like it's,
Yeah.
that bad to have a little bit of a white lie in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better to just
Hmm.
lie.
Yeah, kind of the
Uh
rule of thumb is kind of that honesty, that transparency piece.
Honestly, when I quit Casamiya, a restaurant that kind of changed my life, I to move to Chicago, that was a thing I did. What I did was I wrote a letter to everybody. I wrote a letter. I it's don't get me wrong, that's the extra step. But
The
I wrote a
same
little
letter.
no. No, I didn't copy and paste. I did like
Oh,
handwritten letters to everybody because I genuinely like they're
above and
thicker than
beyond.
water. Yeah, yeah. It was way too much work because there was like 20 people I had to write letters to. But yeah, if you do genuinely care about them, give them
Mhm.
something that will give them the rest of the time. So,
And I
Manu, you
just want
got
to correct
anything?
something. I know I
Yeah.
said the rule of thumb is to be transparent, but then before that I said it's okay to have a
Yeah.
little bit of a white lie.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
I just want to clarify that two of those truths can live together mutually.
Yeah.
So
ooh,
that
bars,
does make sense if you
bars.
think about it hard enough.
Okay.
You don't want to be fully transparent at risk of harming them or kind
You
of
want your truth
severing
to be the
a bridge.
person, you want the truth to be the person it is that you genuinely like the
You-
person, but the white lie is
the
because you
truth you want to see
genuinely
in the
like the
world.
person. Yeah, yeah. Manu, you got
Mhm.
anything? Or yeah.
Oh, I do. I was really inspired by Frank exploring like multiple relationships that you might have with your boss. Like maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I also like the idea of kind of writing a letter of sorts,
Mhm.
and like try to make the exit as like graceful and easy upon everyone as possible. When I think of an exit that I really respect out of a relationship that was not the greatest, but I do think that this will work even if your relationship with your boss is excellent. I
Cool.
think of the movie Gone Girl. I think of her faking her death. I think of her getting away with it I
Ooh.
think of her also receiving the attention from her score, like from her lover who was cheating on her, being able to step up to the plate and finally show her that like he gets her, he understands her. So that way you do actually keep the door with your employer open because if they truly did value you as much as you valued yourself in that old position, then they'll find a way to show it and come back to you. So I do think that in the situation, faking your death in order to make an
Okay.
exit is the
Yeah.
best possible way to do this.
What's the most like what's the most compassionate way to fake your death?
Oh, you have to imply there was
I
a
would
reason
say
for laughing.
I would say immediately open coffin.
If you
Just
open coffin,
you don't
Wait,
have
you're in the
to.
coffin like acting?
it sounds
Yeah,
like it.
that's how I mean you just
Or you take a
so
picture of yourself in a coffin and you send that picture as like a, hey, update, I died.
I like
I,
that because you know
yeah,
when you send your boss a picture of a car that's busted up, that's not even your car. You're like, oh, car trouble on my way to work. It's like that equivalent. So you're already
Mhm.
probably lying like that to your boss anyway. So
Yeah.
so yeah, but I would say you don't have to do anything grisly. Just have a coffin like when people are about to shuffle into
Like put some white
into work for
makeup.
the first day. Yeah, put some white makeup on. They don't know how they don't need to know how you died. They're just up out the front door. There's a coffin there and you're going,
Please respect my privacy at this time. I don't want any questions or anything.
I am now
"Yeah,
dead. Thank you for
I
asking.
I am now
Please send
dead."
casseroles accordingly.
Now, thing is, you'll have to be that way until they leave the next morning, or have your new employers
Unless
come
it's a
pick you up
Shiva.
and say
Then
like, "Oh
then you're in
no,
there for a bit. Unless it's a Shiva.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's great
Then
bad
they
advice, Manu."
thank you. But Frank, you're right. If your boss is Jewish and you're planning this open casket type scheme, it's over for you.
it's over. That's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
know your people.
master class in silence, staying still.
Yeah.
And not using the bathroom.
Very
No stomach
meditative though.
rumbling.
Could be very
How can you
meditative.
fake your death by also getting cremated?
You're gonna
You
have to send a bag of brownie batter and claim it's your
or
ashes.
just light a fire
That's good.
outside in the morning. Yeah, collect the ashes and
Okay. Okay. That's
I mean,
that's
yeah,
good
that's how
advice.
you do it.
So yeah, fake your own death. That's very good. All right, some ugly advice. Let me see.
Wait, that's not the ugly advice?
Oh no, I was just
That
bad.
was bad advice. Now it's my proposal.
Sounded
I'm
like the
gonna
ugly
I'm gonna
advice.
take a I'm gonna take a second, see what I like.
Yeah, I might have accidentally given the ugly advice, but to me it was just bad.
So
No, that's the ugly. So ugly
what's uglier
advice.
than death?
Uglier than death. I would say, uh, don't don't actually do this, but become like go to prison,
Oh,
but in a good way. Pretend
Okay.
like not in the veil that you actually go to prison, but say start plotting fake murders of like little dummies and stuff. You're gonna
But
be
like
planting
stupid people?
seeds here. No, you're not actually gonna kill anybody here. You're gonna have like a whole bunch of uh human like victims that are more just like mannequins, okay? And you're gonna be giving slight like hints that you are this mannequin killer.
okay.
You are, but you're gonna keep it
Mannequin
under a
killer.
veil and stuff. And then after these murders have been going on for like 2 years and stuff, this is when you pop the question, saying like, not pop the question.
You want to marry me?
That's another good ugly
Say that to your,
advice.
yes, ask your
I'll get on
boss.
to that in a second, but you're gonna go into your boss is like, I gotta go. They've caught me. The jig is up. I've got to get out of
And
here.
you flee to
And
Mexico.
they'll see on the news all of these like dead mannequin bodies with covered with like uh what's a good,
Ketchup,
yeah, ketchup and stuff.
tomato juice.
And yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, was was Daryl was Daryl the killer? Was Daryl that serial killer all along? Ah, that
I
makes
like the
sense
idea
now,
that you went
guys."
to murder. I was thinking we were embezzling money from the corporation.
Yeah, we can embezzle money into the corporation and then we can invest back into the
Yes.
corporation.
Be like, I need to escape to Mexico. Hold him up, maybe even at gunpoint to get money,
Yeah.
drain it from the company, and then
Of
you
course,
you
of
don't need
course.
to flee to Mexico, but you have that option.
And you
Ooh.
know what? You can pull the trigger and it's one of those little bang guys. Just dunk,
Oh yeah, it's not a
bang,
real
and then
gun.
be a real prankster. But
Mhm.
also, some ugly advice. Get weak in the knees and drop. Get buy a ring, okay?
I was, yep, because you said pop the question. I was like, we need to threaten to marry your boss.
Yes.
Yes, and specifically threaten to marry you.
Threaten. You have
That's
no
how you
choice whether you like it or not.
I will get engaged to you whether you like it or
The
not
last
if you
thing
don't let
I
me
do
go.
at
I'm
this
tackling him to the
company.
ground and I'm putting it on his ring finger
We are partners.
for life.
Yes, I do.
And yes, it
Quick.
definitely depends on who your boss is. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
may go to actual prison if it's.
No,
If
no,
you're
you just
already
get like a
married, it's like polygamy.
Oh, yeah,
oh.
if you're already married, then it's like role play.
Ooh,
I
kinky.
like the
So,
idea that uh oh, it's completely escaped me, so I guess I didn't like the idea all that much.
okay,
Probably wasn't
Sorry.
that good
that's fine.
anyway, so.
But, yeah, so like drop down your knee. How you exit that is that well, there's long distance relationships. You can just kind of know they're
And then you
married.
get to write
It's a
another letter like 6 months later. You kind of, keep this relationship going, but you kind of, become a little bit distant from your boss. And then you
oh it
abscond,
happens all the time.
and then you write a letter saying, I found somebody else, I'm leaving. And
How
then
maniacal would that be? You get them to fall. Actually, you're a perfect
the
partner.
long game.
You
Yes,
are,
long game.
And
you
then you just
are,
break their heart.
and so
Yes.
and
Emotional
you're
manipulation.
gonna get half of the company anyway in the divorce.
Hmm.
Actually,
You're
this
gonna
is
get.
you called it the ugly advice. This is actually the most beautiful piece of advice we could offer this
This
person.
is
Yeah.
why we're here for
Hmm.
you, totally
But you have to
authentic
go
humanity
back and
person.
get plastic surgery because you can't have your boss know that,
Yes, you
you
have to
really
be
are
looking
who
like
you
a
are.
gorilla
So
already. You have to
back to the
be
original
already pretty
question
buff,
about
yeah.
surgery, that's where it comes back. That
Yeah,
surgery is the answer for most of these things.
The person got a 2-for-1 answer here. Good for them.
good, yes. So I really hope that uh helps authentic human from Michigan. You you are a real person and not just something that I
Good
wrote
luck with your
15
job.
minutes ago. Yes, good luck with your job. I hope you all the best. I wish you best of luck on your new marriage and your new prison sentence and your new afterlife. I very much appreciate it. Okay. All right, guys, let's get on to the next question.